In today's world, there is a need for more understanding and awareness in regard to diversity, equity, and inclusion within the workforce. Wherever you're at in your journey with DEI, Compliance Training Group will partner with you in the transformation and building of cultural awareness within your workforce.
Some of our other trainings, conflict, substance abuse, violence, obviously the sexual harassment training, which is really being mandated in more states even as we speak. And even here in California, they're putting more content that needs to be. So I'm thinking that this particular training, DEI, is going to evolve as time goes on. And we're probably going to have more subject matter that we're going to need to include. And I think too, inclusion, it's not really inviting somebody to lunch and hoping that they have a good time when they go out with their coworkers.
Yeah.
We want to truly make them feel that they're part of the team, that they're a human being, that they're comfortable. And I think one of the things we need to also do is stress that we need their feedback, because we don't want people to feel uncomfortable coming to work. We want them to feel happy and to be engaged when they're there.
Yeah. And again, when there are a lot of benefits to having a diverse workforce and also being able to utilize it, there are results when you don't have a diverse workforce or people do not feel included. There can be a decrease of work productivity, decrease of time spent at work, lack of morale or low morale. There's a lot of different results from having an environment, an environment that people don't feel welcome or celebrated. So it really is important to create that. And I think understanding that inclusion, it's really just the minimum. And it's really about taking the extra step, the extra effort to ensure that people feel appreciated and welcomed and valued. That's really what is a motivator for us as human beings, is feeling that value.
Right. Yeah, I usually ask the clients in my coordination call if they want specific content. For instance, anything political, anything of a movement that's going on. Do they want us to talk more about somebody's sexual orientation as it comes to being included, or diversity? A lot of people don't talk about these things at work, but I think people are beginning to open up, and I think they see the value in sharing more about themselves versus just clocking in and clocking out at the end of the day. So that's important too, but I always ask them if they want those subjects brought up. Some clients do, because it might be conversations that are happening in their workforce, and some basically say, no, let's just really stick to the DEI and not bring in outside elements.
Yes. And that's what we found with some of our trainings, is when we do start to talk about the DEI path, there are things that maybe an organization or a company wants to do a deeper dive in. These types of trainings could be a result of a situation or something that they really want to address. And it's not only within their company, it could be within the industry. It could be a part or region where they live. There are a lot of different things that can affect an organization and their employees. It could be budget related, where people are feeling less, valued. And so how does DEI how does it tie into that? Well, even things like budget issues or a downturn in the industry, when you talk about the equity and the inclusion, what are we doing to help people? Again, it's about feelings and emotion, feel valued and appreciated, to ensure that as an organization, we keep a healthy, strong, diverse workforce.
That sounds good. So I guess one of the challenges that some clients have is introducing this subject to their people, hoping that they become engaged. And then not all the training is going to be the same from group to group. Maybe the first shift is made up of more management and people that have been there longer and know each other more. Whereas maybe the swing shift or graveyard, depending on the organization, might be a little bit different. So I think we really can't make this a one fit all. It has to be flexible enough to meet every different demand that a client may have. And we can do that at Compliance Training Group. We've done that with many other modules. And so I think this is going to be a good journey.
It is. And we have so many different individuals. I mean, some of the trainings, if they have, some of them can have 5 and some of them can have 50. We can do a lot of it. As just like with any organization, our trainings are made up of individuals. And because everybody's unique and diverse, there is no training that is exactly the same, because we like to be engaging and interactive, and we do interact with those that are in our trainings. The conversations flow. There's a lot of different ideas generated, a lot of different conversation. And again, it's not training people on what they don't know. Sometimes it could just be reminding or expanding their awareness, or a lot of different things. But they are fun, they're engaging, they're very educational. But again, they are necessary right now in this, time and age, to create a platform and a foundation of knowledge. So everybody's kind of on the same page. We do have a lot of definitions that are thrown out. And do people know what the difference is between a stereotype and a bias? Do they know the different types of bias that are out there? And understanding that so many things are inherent in us as humans. It's not a character indictment, doesn't mean we're bad people. Having that understanding, and I think starting off with that is really what helps people say, you know what, I'm not a bad person. There is no need to get defensive. It's everybody just trying to learn about each other and appreciate each other and our cultures and our backgrounds.
Thanks, Andrea.
Thank you. Thank you, Pat. It was nice talking to you today.
Yeah, you too. Let's get together more often.